So this change in the length of the amount of light we have during the day is because of our Earth. If you can imagine that this knitting needle with some yarn on it, if you can imagine that this is the Earth, you need to know that the Earth does not go around itself just like this. Oh no. It goes around itself like this. Now you might be wondering, how does that angle, Miss Christine, change things? Well, let's look at our sun. Thanks, sun. If our Earth turned around itself, straight upright, exactly half of the Earth would be in the sun, half of the day, and the other half would be in the dark. And that wouldn't change at all depending on where our Earth was in relation to the sun. But because our Earth has a tilt here, that changes the amount of time that certain parts of the Earth are in the light, and the length of time that some parts of the Earth are in the darkness. So let's take this push pin right here. I'm gonna put it right there. Now, when the Earth is moving here, I want you to watch, here, we're ready? This spot right here, our little green push pin. Watch it. Watch. Now, can you tell if it's in the light more or if it's in the shadow more? Why, it spends more time in the shadow. That's because when the Earth is here, having its axis tilted away from the sun, this is for us in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, our winter. Now let's switch to the opposite side of our Earth, or of the sun, with our Earth. Now keep an eye on this same position, or same spot here, our little green push pin. If you were to compare, let's watch, how much time does our push pin have in the light? It has much more time in the light. And that's because when the Earth is here, in relation to the tilt of its axis and the sun, that is our summer. So we can even see this with our globe. We have winter, as the Earth goes around itself and around the sun. We have our spring. The Earth goes around itself and around the sun. We have our summer. Around itself and around the sun, we have our fall, which is about where we are right now. The days get a little bit shorter and a little bit shorter, and the nights get a little bit longer and a little bit longer until we reach our winter solstice, which is coming up in December. Woohoo! Because then from there, the days get a little bit longer and a little bit longer and a little bit longer, and our nights get a little shorter and shorter and shorter until we reach our summer solstice, when our days start getting a little bit shorter and a little bit shorter, and our nights get a little bit longer and a little bit longer. Now that's a little tour of our Earth and the changes of the amount of light and the seasons related to that special tilt that our Earth has called the axis.